Hi, welcome back to the channel. We're doing another standard budget upgrade deck today, and today we're working on the black and green self-mill graveyard focused scavenger deck. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this deck, see what is in it, upgrade it with a budget of only 10 rare cards, and then we're going to take it out for a spin and see how it does. So let's go. Okay, so here is the original deck, as you'll find it on Arena. It looks not quite as straightforward as some of the other decks that we've been playing. It looks like it's going to be focusing a lot on creatures that will have an ability to recur themselves, spells to get cards back out of your graveyard, and other cards to put cards into your graveyard to begin with, such as sacrifice effects, self-mill, that kind of thing. So you can see that with like the Blanchwood Prowler, you can see that with the Ravenous Gigamole, cards that take cards from the top of your library, put them right into your graveyard so that we can then make use of them later. So this is pretty much it. Like, the standouts that I can see is, like, you can see Glissa in here. She's a pretty decent beater. She isn't really in here for, like, the theme of the deck, but I think she's in here mostly just because she is a really solid 3-drop. Aside from that, you have, for some reason, you have Shadow of the Enemy. That's a Lord of the Rings card. For Phyrexian Gargantua, a few very questionable removal spells, and some other, honestly, kind of underpowered creatures as well. So we're gonna take a bunch of those out, and we're gonna fix this deck up real good. So let's go take a look at it. Okay, so this is the upgraded deck. It's keeping with the same theme of self-mill and graveyard recursion and all that. But we're going a little bit different direction as far as like the number of creatures and like the removal that we're choosing. So straight up, you notice that the removal is a lot better. We're running 2 copies of Cut Down, we're running 3 copies of Go for the Throat, 2 copies of Sheoldred's Edict, and we're also running a full 4 of Skyfisher's Spider, just because this card is just really good at dealing with anything that your opponent has that is very troubling to you, be that a Planeswalker, an artifact, an enchantment, anything like that. Aside from that, creatures, we're running 3 Cult Conscript. We're running 4 copies of Deathbonnet Sprout. Now, I really like the Deathbonnet Sprout because it is an absolute role player for this deck. Every turn you mill a card, and then once you have at least 3 creature cards in your graveyard, it will transform into Deathbonnet Hulk. And Deathbonnet Hulk is a 3/3 and reads, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile a card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, put a +1/+1 counter on Deathbonnet Hulk. Honestly, not too bad for only a 1 mana investment. I really like this card. Aside from that, we also are running a couple copies of Tenacious Underdog, so in the off chance that you do mulligan this off the top of your library, you can still get it into play with the Blitz. Blanchwood Prowler is in here for another more self-mill and a potential +1/+1 counter on the creature or get a land back. Burrowing Razormaw, we're actually still keeping this in the deck because it fits the theme. For 3 mana, you get a 4/2 creature that will mill 4 cards when it dies, and it will eventually die. Then we have 2 copies of Glissa Sunspear. The deck came stock with 1 copy, but I thought this deck would work a little bit better with 2 copies of Glissa in it. She doesn't exactly fit the theme of self-mill, but she is very good at just being a solid beater. You can't really block this guy without your creature just straight up dying, and she has really good effects if the creature gets through and hits your opponent in the face. Now, Old Rutstein here, this is an absolute role player for this deck. When Old Rutstein enters the battlefield, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you mill a card. If a land card is milled this way, create a treasure token. If a creature card is milled this way, create a 1/1 green insect. If a non-creature, non-land card is milled this way, create a blood token. So no matter what you're milling, you're getting something for the effort. So I'm honestly surprised this card wasn't in the precon to begin with, because it is such a role player for any kind of self-mill strategy. Then we have a single copy of Archfiend of the Dross. Now, I brought this in here because I wanted something that could close out a game with relatively little effort. because for 4 mana, you're getting a 6/6 flyer. It does have the drawback of losing you the game if it sticks around too long, but it has the added benefit of this last line of text right here. And this is a line of text that I often forget about completely because I'm so focused on that whole oil counter thing. But the last line, it reads, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, its controller loses 2 life. I forget about that so many times, and it loses me so many games because I just forget about it completely because I'm so focused on that other line of text that reads, at the beginning of your upkeep, remove an oil counter from Archfiend of the Dross. Then if it has no oil counters, you lose the game. It's like that is such a focal point of the card that the rest of the card just, I completely forget about it. So we're running 1 copy of this, and we're going to see how well that does. Skyfisher Spider, we already talked about this. It's in here as a 4-of just because it's great. Then we're running a single copy of Sheoldred and a single copy of Breach the Multiverse. Now, I'm running Breach in here because we're already filling up our graveyard with a whole bunch of threats. This is going to allow us to basically pick whatever we want from our graveyard and put it directly into play. Plus, a card from your opponent as well. So be that a planeswalker, creature, something pesky, something great. So I'm running 1 copy of this in here since it kind of fits the theme and it can potentially be a game winner as well. So that's the bulk of the deck. The mana base is unchanged from the original. So we're running 1 copy of Llanowar Waste, 4 Jungle Hollow, 4 Haunted Mire, then 8 Forest, and 8 Swamp. So that is what we are working with today. So let's go ahead and take it out onto the play queue and see how it do. That's an interesting name. Ton of Bricks 2004. All right, cool. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got 3 lands. We got the Death Bonnet Sprout, Tenacious Underdog, a reanimation spell, and a kill spell. So, yeah, looks keepable. Let's keep it. All right, so our opponent's on red and black. We are on black and green. So let's come in with the Death Bonnet Sprout. Riveteer's Requisitioner, huh? Okay. All right, let's go and play a swamp, and also we'll just attack and see if they block. I'm surprised. I expected them not to. I guess they wanted the treasure token. We'll go with the Tenacious Underdog next. Ayara, huh? Interesting. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Ayara, Widow of the Realm, deals X damage to target opponent or battle, and you gain X life, where X is the sacrificed permanent's mana value. Okay. That's not really going to do anything in terms of that treasure token there. Attack for 3. All right, end turn. So next turn, we're probably going to end up sacrificing the Death Bonnet Sprout to pay for the Skyfisher Spider and get that IR off the table. Unless they play something more important. Which, this is their 4th turn, so turn 4 in black is usually pretty strong. Okay. Okay, I see what he wants to do. He wants to attack with that, and then sacrifice it to Ayara. Yeah, that's fine. No blocks. Do your thing. Pretty solid. An extra 2 damage. Ooh, Death Bonnet is here and ready to play. So in that case, I think what we're going to do, we're going to play Haunted Mire this turn. We're going to play Cult Conscript. Next, I'll attack. Why didn't it ask me to exile? Oh, it happens at upkeep, not during the attack phase. I got that confused with Graveyard Trespasser. Ayara is a very interesting sacrifice card. Very interesting. I think I personally prefer Braids, though. Okay, he's gonna steal my character again. Oh, he's gonna come with both this time. Okay. I guess you get a little bit more damage that way, huh? Okay, that's valid. Can't really argue with that. Okay, let's go. We're gonna play Forest. We're gonna play Yorborg Repossession with Kicker. We're gonna get back Old Rutstein, and we're gonna get back Death Bonnet Sprout. And we will cast the Death Bonnet Sprout right now. No blocks. Okay, it comes in for 3. And there's the Sheoldred. That is exactly what we were waiting for. Alright. Cool. Let's see here. Let's go ahead, and we're going to Skyfisher. We unfortunately have to do this right now. Yeah, sacrifice that. Get rid of that. But if they have another threaten effect, we're kind of borked. Hoping they don't. Okay. They're pitching for some blood. Invasion of Asgul. Okay, that works. Yeah. I will actually take action and gain some life. Opponent appears to be running out of options. Okay, goes for my face. Not a problem. Let's see here. Let's go ahead. Let's see. I don't exactly have enough mana to do both. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Old Rutstein. Alright, that gives us a blood token. And then we're going to do the Blanchwood Prowler. 1, 2, 3. We'll get a land back. We'll get back the Jungle Hollow. Play it so we get a little bit of life gain there. Alright, what you got for me? Alright, old Bobby Nix. Choosing not to sacrifice Ayara for the kicker. Discard a card? Yeah, I'll discard Cut Down. No big deal. Cut Down's not really doing me much good right now anyways. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play this land. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, thank you, treasure token. Alright, let's see here. We're going to start with the Tenacious Underdog. Blitz that in. And then we're going to say next, attack here, and see if you block. Okay, they chose not to block. That's cool. Alright, so we're going to auto-pay this. Sacrifice the Tenacious Underdog. Destroy that. And we draw from our underdog. There you go. Synergy. I like it. Yeah, I'll discard a swamp. No big deal. Ooh, that sucks for you. I think it's almost over. Alright, next. This attacks here. And these go at your face. Not too bad. Let's keep going. Eaten alive, huh? Okay, we'll resolve that. It goes away. Take my turn. Alright, gives us another counter. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Burrowing Razor Maw. And I'm also going to cast the Tenacious Underdog. Say next. I'll attack. Alright, and turn, underdog goes away. We draw a card. And it's a Haunted Mire. Good game. Yeah. Yeah, once he ran out of gas, he really didn't have anything to follow up with. That was unfortunate. Okay, so this is not a great hand. We got 2 swamps, but we also have 2 cult conscripts. We do have a potential to draw into green, but I don't want to leave it up to chance. Okay, that's better. So we got 3 lands, a repossession, an edict, a skyfisher, and a deathbond sprout. So we're going to keep this. We're going to send back Urborg repossession because it's not really useful to us right now. I will say hello as well. Okay, so we're going to play this and go with the deathbond sprout. Yeah, so it was a pretty good open. You know, we got several of our self-mill effects. Oh, he doesn't like it. So that's got to go bye-bye. Let's see. So we're not playing anything else this turn, so we'll play the tapped land. Ashnod's Harvester. Interesting. All right, let's go here, and we're going to go into Old Rutstein. All right, we get a good little boy. Aw, Shelly's here. Okay. He chose not to attack. Yeah, we draw. Okay. Yeah, I will lose the 2 life. Play Forest, and also play Skyfisher. We will sacrifice this to eliminate Sheldred. And no attacks. Alright. Plays land. He plays Gix. And the life of Toshiro Umezawa. You want to give someone -1 or someone +2? Block that. I will decline this time. Okay. Let's go and play the Haunted Mire. And we'll play the Glissa Sunslayer. And we will say next, no attacks, end turn. He's probably going to give his Gix +2/+2. Oh no, he's going to gain 2 life. Okay. Yeah, giving it +2/+2 really wouldn't benefit him in any way. Draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. I'm okay with that. Okay. That was a good little counterbalance with that other card. Let's go with Sheldred's Edict before that comes into play. Sacrifice a non-token creature. I will pay 2. Thank you, treasure tokens. And now he gets his knight. Oh, that was not the best thing for me to drop. That's okay, though. Let's see here. Let's go. We're going to go with the Edict right now. Sacrifice a non-token creature. Next, I'll attack. And I will destroy target enchantment. And hit for 1. And then we'll play the Blanchwood Prowler. Just going to mill some more cards. And we'll get a land back for it. We'll get the Swamp. And place head Swamp. Now, if they kill one of my creatures this turn, I can Cult Conscript in. Another Gix. Okay, he's probably going to get rid of my Cult Conscript. Oh, he chose not to. I wonder why he chose to get a spell instead. Seems kind of strange to me. Right, get another creature. Alright, next. Attack with Glissa. Alright, Glissa gets in. And we're going to choose to draw a card this time. Ooh, perfect. Alright, Skyfisher comes in. We will sacrifice this to eliminate this. And then we end the turn. Alright, plays the underdog. And another Trash Nod. Say pass. End of turn. We're going to underdog. Jungle Hollow, huh? Let's go ahead and get rid of the Jungle Hollow for now. Draw another card. It's a swamp. It's no big deal. All right, next, let's go ahead and attack again with Miss Sunslayer. All right, she gets in. We will draw a card and lose a life. Wow, getting a lot of land here. And I don't need it. Okay, wants to come in with a Harvester. So I don't think they have any kind of pump spells in mono black, so I'm going to block with Old Rutstein. Alright, play another underdog, and a Knight of Dusk's Shadow. Okay, that goes down. Still not the best. That's okay, though. Let's see here. Let's go next. We'll go attack, attack, attack. Let's see here. We'll draw a card. Very good. Alright, those die. Skyfisher. I will exile it, take action, and gain some life off of it. Then we'll play the Death Bonnet Sprout and the Cult Conscript. End turn. This is kind of fun. I'm liking this. I'm liking the constant recursion. Alright, it brings back Ashnod's Harvester. And a Tenacious Underdog. It goes to 5. Wants to exile a card from my graveyard. What's he going to choose? I'm glad I brought back that Cult Conscript. He gets rid of my Death Bonnet. So this is going to block here, and this is going to block here. Good game indeed. Good game indeed. Alright, cool. That was a good game. Okay. So we have all 3 lands are all both black and green. We have 3 removal spells and a Burrowing Razor Maw. It's a weird hand, but I'm going to keep it because it looks fun. Alright, we will start with the Haunted Mire. Get those tap lands rolling a little bit more quickly. Plays 2. I had a feeling it was a 3rd Path Iconoclast deck. Glad I had that cut down. Alright. Play the Llanowar Waste and go into a Burrowing Razor Maw. Geist Flame Reservoir. What does this do? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a charge counter on Geist Flame Reservoir. 2 and tap, remove any number of charge counters from Reservoir. It deals damage to any target. 2 and tap, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Okay, that's not too bad. I like that last part, that you can just impulse draw whenever you want to. I like that a lot. End turn. I am chock full of removal right now. He wants to consider his options. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, friend? Pass? Alright, my turn then. Alright, cool. We got a Yearbird Repossession. Okay. We are going to attempt to cast Skyfisher Spider. Do you counter? He does not counter. Okay, we will sacrifice this to eliminate this. You gotta keep your toys off the table. Alright, that goes away. Burrowing is going to mill 4 cards for me. Very nice. I found a Tenacious Underdog and 3 lands. So that's not that bad. Alright. Ether Channeler, huh? He's going to draw a card or create a bird. He's going to return my Skyfisher. Now that's interesting. Alright, let's see here. Let's go with... Actually, what's in the graveyard right now? Okay, let's go with the Death Bonnet Sprout. And... we could kill that right now. While he's tapped out. Or we could wait to see what he does next turn. We will wait until the end of his next turn. Okay, gain a life. Pass again. Wants to just attack, huh? Let's go ahead and go for the throat. Alright, he just lets it happen. No big deal. Okay, then cast Thirst for Discovery, draw 3 cards, and then discard a basic land. Alright, my turn. Do we flip a creature? We do not. So it stays its normal size. That's totally fine, though. Let's see. So, what we're going to do here is we're just going to Underdog. Underdog comes in. Swing for 4. He's going to consider his options. Goes to 11. Underdog sacrifices, and we draw a card for our troubles. And it's a land. Ooh, Atsushi's here. With a Reckless Impulse. Plays land. Alright. Excellent. Okay, so for starters, we're going to play a Swamp. And then we are going to... oh gosh. Don't exactly have enough to do all of what we want to do. So we're just going to make him sacrifice a creature. It's likely going to make 3 treasure tokens. That's what I would do, at least. Resolve? Yeah, he made 3 treasure tokens. Okay, so then we're going to cast the Blanchwood Prowler. We're going to mill some more cards. And get that Swamp out. And then we're going to attack for 3. End turn. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 11 mana to play with right now. Like, what kind of nonsense is he going to pull out of his hand there? I wouldn't be surprised to see like Okiva come out. Nope, it's Vadrik. Vadrik, the Astral Archmage, and a Bloodthirsty Adversary. And he's going to cast 2 spells from his graveyard. What are they going to be? He's going to draw some cards. He's going to draw a lot of cards. Draw 3, then discard a basic. And then Impulse, draw 2 cards. He's getting Meeting of the Minds and Delver of Secrets. So he has a lot of draw in that deck. Okay, so I get to exile a card. I'm going to exile Atsushi. And you get a +1/+1. I will play a Swamp. And then I will go for the throat right here. And then we will Tenacious Underdog. And we will attack with those two. Will he choose to block? He will choose. He blocks that. He takes 3, goes to 5. That gets sacrificed. Draw a card. Ooh, Skyfisher. I love Skyfisher Spider. I don't know if I've expressed that enough today or not. Alright, he plays a Delver. You know what I think would make Delver better is if you got to, like, reveal a spell whenever you would draw a card. Ooh, okay. I'm liking this. Yeah, let's get that Seize the Storm out of the graveyard. Make it so you can't cast that again. Okay, let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana to play with right now. So we can do both here. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with Go for the Throat right here. Then we're going to come in. Oh, actually, let's play this Jungle Hollow. That was hiding in there. Didn't realize that was a land. We'll play Skyfisher Spider. Sacrifice this to eliminate this. And then we will attack for 4. He blocks with the Delver. So he didn't lose any life that turn, but I did clear his board. Weird. Disciple of the Drowned. Okay. Let's cast Consider. And Lightning Bolt on the Skyfisher Spider. I do not need the life, so I'm going to decline. I'm just going to leave it right there in the graveyard. Let's see. Yep, that'll do it. That will do it. Okay, so here we are for the post-game wrap, and here are my thoughts. The theme of the deck is solid. The self-mill, playing around in the graveyard, that whole theme, while not explored a whole lot, like in the current meta, I think is really, really strong. If your goal is to maintain board control, in a matchup where board control is important, I think this deck style has legs. Specifically in the case of Death Bonnet Sprout, Old Rutstein, and Skyfisher Spider. Those 3 cards working together very well. Just really, really kind of create the baseline of what this deck is. Glissa being in here as just a difficult to block beater is really solid too. Just being able to destroy opponents' enchantments or drawing cards after hitting the opponent in the face with her is really strong. The removal package that we went with the cut downs, the edicts, and the Go for the Throat, all very, very, very relevant at almost every portion of the games. We unfortunately didn't get to cast Breach the Multiverse or Archfiend of the Dross or Sheldred, likely because we're only running 1 copy of each of them, so make do with what you got there, right? The Tenacious Underdog, however, came in very, very strong. It ended up being almost as much of a role player for the deck as Skyfisher Spider. Just being able to come in, get put into the graveyard through your self-mill, and then blitz it out every turn. Really damn good. The deck didn't really suffer from loss of life of the Tenacious Underdog, because we're also running Urborg Repossession, Skyfisher Spider, a few of the gain life lands. So those things kind of counterbalanced the life loss from Tenacious Underdog. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. This is definitely a deck that I can see working If you upgrade it even further, throw a bunch more rares in there. Cards that immediately come to mind is maybe like adding an additional Sheoldred or using the other Sheoldred, using better sacrifice effects like, say, Braids plus Old Rutstein and all the tokens that he generates. That's a combo right there. Like, you have constant fodder to throw away to Braids, so that's a benefit right there. Maybe adding in an additional copy of Archfiend of the Dross, maybe go up to 3 Archfiend of the Dross, would be very solid as well. But yeah, this deck, this is a skeleton of a better deck. That's how I'm going to describe this. So yeah, if you like this deck, feel free to have a look around at the rest of the channel and see how you want to build your own decks and how you might want to upgrade some other decks. So until next time, take care of yourselves.